Morning. This is Nita with the Timepiece Garden. Miss Panda has gone off to protect the world from, squirrels that want to take over. All right, what are we doing? We're gonna level out the mound there, level out the walkway mound there, and yeah, get to work. I'm also gonna run the hula hoop in here from where I have all these little grasses starting to grow up before I get to green beans planting in there. So those are the things I'm gonna do. And then show and tell, because we've not had one of those for a little while, is in the hoop tunnel. We talked about the other day that my spinach strawberries, or strawberry spinaches, have started to blossom out. And that is why they're referred to as strawberry spinach. Aren't those cute? So they're not quite ripe yet, but soon. And then I get to taste them and see if I like them berry-wise as much as I like them leaf-wise. Because leaf-wise, they're an excellent strawberry substitute. Isn't he cute? Alrighty. Let me go get started. Oh, I wanted to show you the elderberry as well. Guess one other thing. I went and got the soaker hose for the elderberries, because I talked about they get droopy in this heat because it's just too hot. And elderberries, because they're I'm gonna say a perennial, a bush or a shrub, but their goal is to always, it's life, believe it or not, over fruit. So some of them still look awesome. Let me zoom out a little so you can see. That's a seed head. It's bigger than my hand. I'm gonna have awesome elderberries. If you look up at the very top of this one, see if I can catch it on film. That's heat damage. That's a seed head that would have been berries that is just, it is dead. And there's 3 of them on the top of this one bush. And it's because the heat, So having said that, I'm going to give them an extra watering this morning. Everybody got their water last night. They're going to get an extra hour today. Nobody else, it looks like, because I have 4 that are in fruit. This is the only one that's lost some up there at the top. My other ones over here, my tall ones over here, so far their tops are still okay. But in order to keep that, fruiting takes time. It takes water, So they're gonna get extra water. They got water last night. They're gonna get it again this morning. Come over here and, hey, that's what happens when you drop the phone. Turn the soaker hose on, turn the lower half of the garden bed off, and let it soak. Saying if you've never seen the soaker hoses in action, basically they sweat. See the little drips now? They kind of sweat out the water. And you can see it just starts dripping right there at ground level. So it decreases the evaporation rate. So more water goes directly into the ground at the base of the plants and just steadily soaks in. Yeah, that's what it does. Let it soak away. So anyway, they're gonna get an extra hour today. Again, you can see it sweating there. No, we're still early enough in the morning. It's only like 72 degrees. So evaporation is not, is not a huge issue, but we're gonna make sure that it stays not a huge issue. Give him an extra drink this morning. Because obviously at some point in time he got too hot. All right, so let me go and get to work. Miss Panda and I talk to you later. All right, so what you see is the dark dirt there. There you go. kind of all the way down, is the moisture stuff that was underground or that I actually pulled from my soil mound. And what that was to kind of level out, and I know it doesn't show up well on camera, but you can see where it just filled in. Makes sense. These are shovelfuls of dirt to help level this out a little, so I can, one, walk without rolling an ankle, and two, bring the gator cart in here, or the gorilla cart, gorilla cart, with when I start getting the soil and the amenities and start dumping it in here, it's going to be easier for me to drive it across, because it's not level. It's not meant to be perfectly level, but it's semi-level. It still allows water to run off to the left or right and not flood out of bed. All right, what's next? Bolt cutters. I'm going to go get them. I got to take off where I had to use the 3.5-inch screws, so I got screw pieces coming through. Need to take the tips of those off so I don't cut my hands or catch a tool on them when I'm in here working. And then I'll probably go to the house and grab paper and go ahead and paper this entire row. And then depending upon what time it is and how much sun I'm in, then I'll start looking at, what are we doing next? We're going to work on some sides, or maybe just start the thought process of how to do them. Just stuff. All right, so what are we doing? Bolt cutters, paper. That's next on the list. Talk to you in a few. All righty, it's 10 o'clock. Panda is chasing something. Over there in the tall grass, there's probably a cricket or a grasshopper. But she's chasing it, whatever it is. All right, we're gonna walk back up the hill here. So what'd I do? Went ahead and laid paper. This is the bed. Kind of see there you go, the string. The wall, again, will be inside the string. Paper always sticks out to the outside. That way, if I don't get out here and the grass starts to grow, it's not in my way. Having said that, the black plastic that was over here helping suppress some of the grass, I went ahead and cut it in strips. We're going to have another week of 100+ degree temperatures. And right now, it is time to start green beans. That's a fact. If you want a fall harvest of green beans and some other plants, now is the time to plant them. But it's too hot right now. I mean, there's no way to put them out here as seeds in 100-degree heat and not have them dry out and kill them. So, having said that, I've got grasses starting to grow in here, and black plastic's down. Does that make sense? All the way down this bed, because this is where the green beans and turnips, etc., are gonna go. So black plastic is down so it can kill the grasses. That gives me 2 weeks to do starter trays to get green beans and turnips and whatever else started in the house, not in 100-degree temperatures. Does that make sense? And then transplant them out here. Having said that's the same thing. I'm going to put woolly lambs in here, but it's too hot. We're not going to have a break. And even though I've had a couple little pop-up rainstorms, which have been awesome, I'm not going to lie, praise God, water's awesome. I'm not going to transplant them. But I'm starting to, again, you can see it, I'm starting to get weed growth. There it is. Just because it's, out and exposed. Now, this is the same dirt that, I know there's grass seeds in. So, black plastic, 6 weeks kills everything, but 2 weeks will kill any of the stuff that has already started to germinate. So that's just less stuff that I will have to deal with when I go and plant. And then I need to start my seedlings in the house today or tomorrow. Probably today, because I'm going to call it quits. You can see I still got shade back there, but the new bed is mostly in the sun, so I'm not going to do soil work. I've already covered that back up. The soil that I laid was in the walkway, so it would be not specifically level, but I wouldn't have these deep holes to twist an ankle in. Yeah, I got to go get some more sticks. I've got spots where, even though I've laid the plastic, there's enough breeze showing me that I need a few more pieces of wood down here. So I'm going to get some wood. I'm not going to video again. And Miss Panda and I, because she's already in the shade, we will talk to you later.